Praise be Jesus and Mary, now and forever. Continuing our series on Franciscan Spirituality today, continuing our discussion on Jesus Christ as the apex of creation. And today we'll just highlight again a theme that we were speaking on last time, and it's this, that if Jesus is the highest and most perfect creature, then all other creatures created by means of him in some way will say something about him. They'll reproduce him in some respect. In the Blessed Trinity, the Father expresses his whole self by means of the Word. When God wanted to create in time, meaning to express his thought externally, outside of the intimacy of the Trinity, he did it by means of the Word incarnate, who was the firstborn of all creatures, says St. Paul. The only begotten Son is, quote, the consubstantial image of the Father and the splendor of his glory. We read that in Hebrews 1 verse 3. He became the firstborn and visible image of the invisible God, Colossians 1:15, and everything passes through his mediation in order to arrive at existence. All creatures, therefore, will carry his stamp or his mark in some way, and they'll be like countless words that together express one thought, the divine thought, who is the Word with a capital W. And since every being receives from Jesus Christ its form and its intimate significance, every being in its own way will express the yearning for him and will be like a manifestation of his love and a penetrating voice which calls us back to him. The world in this sense is like a large book that speaks to us of the Word incarnate. And the world is beautiful in an ineffable and an indescribable way because it's a splendor in which Christ reflects his light. Those who look at the world with the eyes of faith can, in some small way, grasp the features of the face of Jesus. Even more so than the sun in the sky, Jesus shines on his creatures. He illuminates them and makes them visible and understandable to the spiritual eye. In the proportion of things, in the immensity of the universe, in the marvelous order of it all, and beyond the veil of sensible appearances, the incarnate Word to which all things are oriented can be discovered. As Dante writes in his Paradiso, he says, gazing upon his Son with that love which one, the Father, and the other, the Son, breathe eternally, the power with a capital P, meaning God, the power, the first and inexpressible, made everything that wheels through mind and space, so orderly that one who contemplates that harmony cannot but taste of him, says Dante. One can understand the meaning of the universe and of the individual creatures in it only by comparing them to Christ, for whom they were made and by means of whom they must be brought back to God, to the Father. Creatures are truly knowable in Christ Jesus because they were formed in imitation of him, each in their own little way. Actually, more than that, every creature which comes into existence takes its place among the others according to the relationship that it has with Jesus, according to that which is proper for that place and for those relations. It's similar to how the sun in the solar system draws all the planets to itself and determines their movement and predefines their orbit. Franciscan spirituality therefore conceives the study of reality and knowledge as an effort to arrive at Christ, to rip open the veil of the sensible world, to penetrate its meaning, and to reach the one who's hidden in his creatures. So we'll continue with these thoughts also in our next reflection. Today, let's just ask Our Lady for the grace to be able to begin to see her Son in the things which he has made, to reference Romans 1:20. Praise be Jesus and Mary, now and forever.